Hey everyone, it's Misanthropy here from spellsofmagic.com, and this is part 2 of our candle video. And today we will be discussing some simple candle spells that you can do. In our first video we actually went over what candle magic is and just some general ideas of how you can work with it. Today I will be showing you a few spells that you can actually utilize with candle magic. In the description below there are links to other spells on spellsofmagic.com that you can actually read over to give you an idea of some other ways you can work with candle magic. So the first one we'll be talking about today is just a basic protection spell, and what you will be doing is you'll be taking a tea light candle, a little pen or needle, and what you would do is the first thing would be to charge your candle with your intent. So you can actually rub your hand around the candle and then just chant words or phrases associated with your intent. And a lot of people will actually do this, and when they do it they'll anoint their candle with some oil. A good one is sage or sandalwood oil if you can find them. If not, you can do it without the oil, but it's just a preference for some people. Once you have charged your candle, you will take your needle or pen and you will write your intent or your desire around the outside of the wick. This can be done with votives as well and taper candles. It's just a little different because with the tea lights you don't have as much surface room, so you have to write on the top of it. Whereas, let's say this chime candle for instance, if you were doing this with the chime candle, you would actually turn it and write the length of the candle. For this though, I'm just going to show you it with the tea light. So I'm going to write, I am protected. And it doesn't even have to be a sentence, it can be a word, so you can just write protection all the way around the top of this. When you're done, put it back in your little candle holder. And then what I like to do is get some, this is basil. Sage also works, and you rub this between your palms and chant protection and just visualize the herbs being filled with that energy. And this is just meant to further strengthen your intent and desire. And then I'm going to use a little piece of paper to set the candle on just because it makes it easier for me to show you. But you'll take the herb and just sprinkle it around the outside of the candle. And once that's done, you will just light it and allow it to burn out and release your intent. And again, this is just an example of a simple and easy candle spell that you can use. Tea lights are usually just like a one-day sort of thing because candles will burn 1 hour per inch of candle. This is only 1/4 of an inch, so it's only going to burn about 15 minutes. If you want a candle spell that's going to burn over a few days, you could do the chime candle. Chime candles are about 4 inches tall, so you have 4 hours of burn life. Whereas if you're using a taper candle, for example, these are between 10 and 12 inches, so they will burn 10 to 12 hours depending on the length of the candle. Now, temperature, humidity, and elevation can actually make that time either a little bit more or a little bit less, so you might have to tinker with it just to find out what works for you in your area. But the next one we are going to discuss is a spell to bring luck. Now there is, in the description below, there is a spell for money. There is just a simple candle, all-purpose candle spell, and then there is also one for love. This one, though, we're just going to do it, say if you're going to do a job interview and you want to improve your chances, we're just going to do a simple luck spell. Now for this, you would do the same thing. You're going to rub the candle between the palms of your hands and charge it with your intent. So because we're doing this for luck, we will say luck come, luck grow, luck come, luck flow. And as you're doing this, again, just try to visualize as strongly as you can that this is bringing you what you intend, like what you desire. And when you're done charging the candle, when you feel that it has been, filled with enough energy, you'll take your needle again and you will write this. You can do luck come, luck grow and just write it the length of the candle. And you can do that all the way around, or if you want to be specific, you can write, I will get the job that I need, I will be financially stable, or whatever the case might be, and then just write it around the candle until you come back to the start. And then you will just light this and allow it to burn. If you are doing it over a few days, for example, if I was going to do this a 7-day full moon money spell or a luck spell, I would start a few days before the full moon, so that the 7th day would be on the full moon itself, and I would just allow the candle to burn a few hours a day. If you're doing that, though, I usually prefer a taper candle just because it burns longer and you don't have to worry about it burning itself out before you actually reach the 7-day full moon mark. And what we would do is, when we burn the candle each night, we would just visualize what we want and repeat our power chant, which would be money come, money grow, or luck come, luck flow. And as it burned down, it would release each section of that intent and send it out into the universe to manifest. There are actually 7-day candle spells that you can get, and they have little knobs on each section of the candle, and with those you would just write your intent on the knob, and once the knob or that portion of the candle burns, it would release that part of your spell. And the reason that we do candle spells over that length of time, or a few days, is because the more energy, the more time we put into a spell, it increases the potency of it and can actually help it manifest quicker. And I think that is where we will end this video for today. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me, and there are some more informative links that you can find in the description below.